taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, what's good, yo? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm letting him introduce himself.
World is the op, out now. Shutterworth the God, aka the GOAT artist, aka LB, Lotta Del Boss, Ring Gang, El Capitan in the building. Yes
sir, Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's fly? It's your boy Conscious Pod, aka the West Coast Avenger, #1 contender preparing for liftoff. Destination Ring Radio. Let's fly. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. No turbulence.
Ring Gang Radio, nigga.
Ring Gang Radio. Let's get it. Put the R's and G's in that motherfucker. We're here.
Little turbulence from Conscious Pod, but you stay elevated above the clouds and shit.
No, proper prediction pilot.
PPP loans. Let's get it. Yeah.
Let's get it. No. he the only one thought low enough of Andy Ruiz to score.
No. I actually listened too. I said decision too.
You said the same thing. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I said the same. I was like, I had to double check to make sure because I was like, I know I didn't pick that nigga by knockout, so I had to go. I had to go.
This should have been a knockout.
Should have been. But,
I mean, God damn it! These motherfuckers lucky we got to talk about somebody else underperforming first.
Yeah, we'll definitely get to that. But on that, what was kind of hidden, what's kind of not mentioned as much was the Eddie Mexico card, main evented by Juan Francisco Estrada facing journeyman French contender, what do you want to call him, Argi Cortes. Now, I mean, obviously, if you're really hardcore, the Eddie Mexico cards are actually, for whatever reason, he actually gets those like super right. Like those shits are like
fades on there.
Yeah, exactly. Like them shits are the last one I talked about. Was on point. This one was really on point. Good lord.
Yeah, that 4-pack was kind of hitting for sure.
I gotta say though, Rocky Hernandez is ready for a title shot. Like, that dude is going to be a problem for some champion at some point.
See, I like him to fight because I think his only L's against Roger Gutierrez, who we talked about. I like to see him run that back first. But yeah, I mean, I want to see him again because he did put on a nice show.
Yeah, they definitely need to run that back, because like I said, I mean, I thought maybe Rocky was caught cold and shit like that though, but I definitely like to see a rematch on that because dude has been out here on some, just brutalizing these cats like it's nobody's business, man. So yeah, definitely gotta do that. And then also too, man, we also had another fight of the year candidate, a real one too at that, with the little guys. With Flores and Notsinga, like that. If he's like for 12 rounds, like that was a punishing fight. The bloody everything, like that shit was absolutely punishing. To watch. And it's like, god damn it, like
I thought they were gonna hold Notsinga on the cards because it was in Mexico. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was damn good. Yeah, it was a great fight.
But then I was kind of concerned too when he said Notsinga was going to the hospital after the fight. Because I was thinking to myself, because usually after a fight like that, when they tell him to go in the hospital like that, it's usually not for a really good thing. But apparently, all he had, because he had like really bad like stomach cramps or some shit like that. So, hey,
that's not that bad then. Yeah, I guess Eddie Hearn signed him, so we'll see like him versus Kaiguchi or some sort of small guy unification, and soon probably with him.
Oh yeah, no, definitely for sure. I mean, if you can win a title and your stomach is doing all types of wild shit to you, and you still take all that punishment, yeah, big respect for the don't sleep on the little guy. Just because they're little doesn't mean they can't fight. We said that before. We'll keep saying that.
Yep.
And then of course with the women's fight with Cruz and Majanovic, who unfortunately now is trying to reap the benefits of women's boxing being in the position that it's at, but she simply was just too old and just took a really slow and steady beating throughout the fight for 10 rounds. You know, and I mean, it was probably the least exciting of the fights, but it was still a good fight to watch because she was trying, but she was just getting rocked too much. You know, and but then it comes to the main event. You know, if you heard us talk about, like, a lot of us are kind of fed up with Estrada, you know, for different reasons. Like, you know, when we did our pound for pound list, like, Estrada was 15 on mine. And the only reason why I didn't boot him off there is, you know, dude is like the lineal champion at that 115. He is, you know, he's the guy at that one as 115, but he's been making these wild moves. Like, I mean, started from what most people will think is because he got the gift decision win over Chocolatito in their rematch.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then it's just like, you know, obviously they were trying to make the rematch, but in the first case he had Mandos, so he had to, you know, 2 of the belts went away, and then, you know, end up with a franchise belt, and then dude was catching COVID and getting injured, and
lung scarring allegedly.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and it went to like 16 months since he had actually last fought. So it's like, what the fuck is Estrada doing? And then, you know, and Eddie puts this as a main event, and we're all thinking to myself, like, you're really gonna put for the Ring magazine and franchise belts? Like, you fucking kidding me? Like, you know, and that's why we didn't give that card a whole lot of respect, because Estrada was supposed to, you know, he was ordered to face the other WBA GameStop champion, Josh Franco, to, you know, because they were trying to, you know, merge these 2 belts. Mm-hmm. But Estrada, like I said, he eventually gave up that belt. Franco's now the full champion at 115. But like I said, Estrada's still the lineal champion. So we get this Cortes fight. Now, all of us are pretty much thinking this is just nothing but a warm-up.
A tune-up, yep, exactly, a tune-up.
Yeah, to warm-up, tune-up, just to shake off whatever ring rust. Tell me why this fight turned into a fucking gut check, blood and guts type of war. Like, this shit. Like, I mean, Cortes really came out of nowhere and was pulling hands on Estrada. Like
he was rocking. Like, the first 6 rounds, I was like, God damn, he was I don't know if it was rust or the lingering effects of being hurt, but he was rocking the shit out of Gallo.
Yeah, it's like every single time, and I think it's because Cortes was landing the headshots, and Estrada, for whatever reason, just couldn't take him too well. Like, he was just getting his head snapped back left and right in this.
He was getting pushed back physically, like he was taking actual steps back. Like, and thing is, Cortes was like throwing the punches hard, like he was putting everything behind him, like they was trying to, I know the announcers were trying to talk about his punching record and saying he's not a hard puncher, and they kept trying to say Estrada was walking through him and taking him. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. What they watching? Like, this dude is like throwing his hardest shots. Like, I ain't see somebody try that hard to throw some hard punches since fucking Peterson Ortiz.
Right.
Like, or Brooke Golovkin, like a nigga really just like fighting for his life, but like knowing he has a chance.
Yeah, Estrada was just getting rocked left and right, man. And the only thing that Cortes did wrong was he was headhunting. He didn't go to the body. If he had gone to the body, you know,
he would have worn him down a little, but them headshots were just too easy though.
Yeah, exactly. So he just and it wasn't like Estrada was getting his head off the line. You know, it was just like it was just like
he started straight up, pop out.
Yeah, nose, everything. Like, you know, he started leaking.
Estrada didn't get into the fight until like maybe the 6th round, because I felt like he hit another gear, and then his punches started hurting Cortes.
Yeah, he dropped shit. Shit. Yep.
Yeah, he was able to rock him because it seemed like he couldn't like stop. It's like the dude's determination was like on peak, like it was 100, and it's like nothing Estrada could do until just somehow he finally chipped away at him, and then boom, he hurt him, and then he dropped him, whatever, and then
with the it was a body shot that dropped Cortes.
Yeah, and he won. I mean, it was, you know, he won that fight, but it wasn't supposed to be a top 10-ish fight of the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wasn't
he barely won that shit. The knockdown won that.
Yeah, I had that shit score one. It was 114-113 for Estrada, but then it was the knockdown was separated fight, and it's like for someone who's been getting pound for pound looks, it was not supposed to be that damn close, like not at all.
Yeah, like I was watching
like the Donaire, I think was it Cesar Juarez fight.
Yeah, That's a perfect example of what that is. And yeah, that was the fight where Donaire let him off the hook, and then Juarez came firing back hard.
And it was like a fight of the year almost.
Yeah, that should have not been. That was alarming, and this was also alarming too. And almost immediately after that, Eddie, reveals the whole poster for Estrada Chocolatito 3. And Eddie was probably sweating bullets on that ringside watching this shit, knowing damn well he just watched months earlier.
A lot of money down the drain.
Canelo and Bivol, go up in smoke because he was ready to say Canelo Triple G3, and he was forced to calm that down a little bit and then reveal that shit like a week later.
All his dudes lost this year.
But I was watching
Teddy Taylor.
I was thinking like, damn, like even a young Bam would probably style all over him. I mean that version of him. I don't know. We'll see. But version,
this is Franco would have beaten him. Chocolatito would have beaten him. Like,
you talking about Franco or the brother? You talking about Bam or both of them?
Both of them.
You think? Oh yeah, both. Yeah.
Yeah, Franco and Bam.
Franco probably would have handled him too. Yeah, Franco would.
Yeah, like Estrada. For the way
he's looking like he might get stopped.
Yeah, Chocolatito might. We'll see. I'm definitely picking Choc in that prediction.
Yeah, same here. Like, because Estrada was looking very ripe for the taking. Like a ring wrestler. Like they should have been. He scored a knockdown. Thank God. That was the cost of the separation. But nah, bro. Like that. That wasn't supposed to be no 114, 113 affair for me. Like nah.
No. Imagine that. And Chocolatito's he's beating up damn Martinez, who was the favorite.
Exactly.
Like it's just levels, man. Levels.
I do want to see that guy again, Cortez again.
Cortez. Yeah, I'm surprised Eddie. Eddie probably won't sign because he was like, "Damn, this motherfucker almost cost me a big fight." He'll probably be put on another card, but it'll probably be against somebody else. Just to try to keep him away because. Cortez probably does have an argument of actually winning the fight too, by close margin, but
or at least arguing for a draw. But it's like I don't feel like he won. He could argue a draw, but I feel like the right guy won. Like, but 114, 113 is the best score you could give for
It's like the only score, right?
Estrada.
Really, it's only score unless you're a fanboy for Estrada. That.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shout outs to Android.
Yep, shout outs. I see him. He's up.
What's good, bro?
What's good, Android? Yeah, man. Like I said, that Eddie card, was on point. Like, shit was lit. But yeah, it shouldn't be like that type of main event. Shouldn't have been like the big icing on the cake that made that shit like hot. Like, it was
the best fight of the weekend, though.
It was. It absolutely was. Well, it depends. Either the best or the second best. Like, I prefer the little guys fight because that shit was bloody.
I think that we'll get to it, but that Valenzuela fight, I'm gonna give some smoke for.
Yeah, well, we got some smoke for that too. We definitely gotta talk about that.
Everybody got some smoke today. Jeez, like y'all serving? Like,
but Estrada, December, like honestly, if I see Estrada as the favorite, that means somebody's
trying to get a crooked decision.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
there's no way.
Yeah,
coming off recent performances, nah.
Yeah, I hope Chocolatito sees that fight and was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm ready. Like, this guy, I'm gonna bury this guy once in a while because Estrada, for whatever reason, always has these shaky ass performances. Sometimes, obviously,
he gets the benefit of the doubt. He's like a little mini Canelo Marquez ass nigga.
Right. He's had life and TF2. He had 2 lives and deaths with Quadras, and at least the second fight he actually stopped the guy, but not before actually going down himself. And he was getting lit up in that fight too.
I almost forgot he got dropped in that fight because I remember him getting lit up because like you watch so much boxing, they all start to blend together, yo.
But that guy's began, that and of course the King Soar fights, dude be having some lapses in his performance, and he can't afford to have that against Chocolatito. Chocolatito's gonna be like, honestly, if Chocolatito doesn't knock him out, I'll be slightly disappointed because Estrada's out there struggling. out there. So, and he better stay himself out. Like, dude better isolate himself, like, because he keeps catching COVID, like, like it's an actual common cold and shit. Like, this motherfucker needs to stop that. He needs to.
He's not even in Florida or, nothing, or Texas or.
Yeah, like, dude keeps like catching. I was like, nah, bro, like, stop catching COVID, stop getting injured. Like, isolate yourself in your home, until December. But
man.
But yeah, props to Eddie though on this card. That shit, like, that shit was out. That shit was a great watch, and Estrada, you better be in the gym. Fuck all that, you just been in a war type of shit, nigga. You better be in this war right now. Get ready for Chocolatito, because Chocolatito is coming to whoop that ass, like, for real.
Damn, he was on some, like, he ain't take a no for an answer type shit. Like, damn.
Hell nah. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely a great card, and truthfully, hopefully Eddie continues on this path of making more Mexican cards of that nature. At least because it seems like he has a matchmaking touch with those. But before we get into the other cards preview, I know right now, as always, man, there's always something going on in the heavyweight division, man. Heavyweights is like, it's always, and usually it involves one of the big 3 or 4, depending how you want to put that. And of course, it's one Tyson Fury, who says everything and anything under the sun. Like, Tyson Fury is sufficiently, like, you don't listen to what he talks about. You have to watch his actions, because every day it's something new. Oh, I'm retired. Oh, I'm not retired. Oh, these guys are bum. Oh, this guy gives me this good challenge in my life. I want to challenge Usyk. I want to challenge random heavyweight. I want to challenge Wilder again. It's always something with him. He's always talking some shit. And for whatever reason, now he's trying to make a fight with Joshua, with the turnaround being in December. And this is previously after he tried, to go after Usyk, which makes sense, because now both Usyk and Fury both don't have any Mandos to deal with at the time. But Usyk was like, "Oh, I'm injured. Let me get some rest, and we can do this in February." And Fury didn't like that response at all. So it's like, "Hey, Joshua, you just lost to Usyk. So yeah, let's rumble for 3 of the belts in the UK by December 3rd or some shit like that, or December 17th. One of those 2 dates." And Joshua is like, "We don't do any business on Twitter or anything like that, call my management and stuff like that." But it seems like now, like, there are actual talks between Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn, with preliminary reports saying that Joshua agreed to a 60-40 split for Fury. But I'm just thinking right there, is like, why is I'm a big Joshua fan, but there's no way in hell that I'd be like, Joshua should get another shot at the title, because I didn't believe it when I was in favor when Wilder was doing it after the second fight, after he got beat down and knocked out, that he should go to an automatic rematch. In 2 fights, he barely won he barely won 3 rounds. Yeah, and that's real. Whereas Joshua, where Joshua lost twice in a row, and they were losses. So, like, you want the rebuild, and it's in. I know, like, and if you know me from last year, you know how I didn't give no predictions on either Fury Wilder 3 or the first Joshua Usyk fight, because I was so pissed that the Fury Joshua fight fell apart like it did. That was my protest. I was like, ain't no prediction, none of that shit. And that was the time when that fight should have actually went off, but no one wanted to step aside, and arbitration this, and loaded gloves that, and Mando's this, and yeah, it was, this is where that was one of the rare times where the boxing politics, I was just so disgusted. I was just like, you know what, fuck this. No predictions, none of that shit.
Well, see, like, the day before, I was like, nah, there's some bullshit rumors. And I wake up this morning and everybody's talking about it, being halfway confirmed. No, I still don't believe it, but that's just me. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. No, that's cool, man. It's one of those things. It's like, it should be dead in the water, but it's like when you hear the promoters actually talking about this shit and actually saying certain things are done, it's just like why? I mean, of course you want to see it, but right now,
I was like,
right, because the WBC is not because Fury got rid of his Mando in white, so the WBC is not gonna call another Mando for a while. If anything.
yeah. And the Mando's fucking Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So
like it really is. Deontay.
right, and then the next ones that Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker are fighting for the WBO because they're 1 and 2, so they're interim there, and that leaves Frank Sanchez as the most available one. And we try not to put no damn Frank Sanchez fights in the air like that. We don't want to do that. Like, nah. Like Fury versus Frank Sanchez is.
You see, Android said we're gonna end.
Oh no, go by that. My bad.
No, I'm saying Android said we're gonna f around and end up with Fury Wilder 4.
I hope the fuck we do not.
But nah. Remember, Frank Sanchez promised knockouts now.
He's fighting. I think he's fighting.
Word the Joseph O.
Yeah, no, that's true. No, it's Joseph O. Shout out to him.
Joshua.
Yeah.
No,
Joshua O. My bad. What the fuck I said? Joshua O. Yo, my bad. You hear this later. I don't want you to be like, damn, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm OG. Like,
yeah, he's
my bad.
No,
but yeah. If Frank Sanchez, if he look good at this next fight and he, get a good knockout, I mean, I give him a chance to prove his shit.
Yeah, I mean, he's J. Cole boring in terms of stylistic of boxing, but he has the goods in terms of a boxer. So I
think he could hang with Fury.
No, I think he can hang with.
He probably can.
Any heavyweight, I feel like he can hang with. Really, for the most part.
Yeah, but I think just their styles alone, I'm just like, ugh. Yeah.
But that's the same thing with Usyk. That don't seem like a great fight with Fury. Like, I don't mind the Joshua fight. Like, I think that'd be a great fight for boxing. And
yeah.
You can say Joshua doesn't deserve a title fight, but his popularity and his A-sidedness deserves it.
Yeah.
So
I can't tell him no. I mean, if you think about it in the business sense, because Fury is like, there's probably no other opponent out there that. There
was Derek Chisora.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. True, they already fought twice. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, and then Bob was like, Bob already let know that's a big hell no. That was not going to happen.
The thing with Joshua, obviously, like LB said, he is the A side. He's the draw. He's still the money man at heavyweight, whether you like it or not. Still the money man. And I always felt personally that he had a better shot than Wilder, even though I think Wilder probably would have slumped Joshua. I just feel like he's a better chance beating Fury than Wilder ever did. So
I feel the same way too, though. But it's just like I hate to see a fight like that happen when Josh was coming off 2 straight losses. That's just my thing. I just think it's just like you can't you're being beat by a smaller guy. Now you gotta face someone who's bigger. Like it doesn't move me as much as
I'm sorry, Goldilocks. Perfect situations don't be happening all the time,
I know this. I know, especially in boxing. I know this. You know what I'm saying?
Like, this opponent's too small. This opponent's too big. Like, this opponent's just right. Like, Carlos Takam too.
Yeah, well, because like I said, I mean, it's probably it's the biggest money fight left in there, and Fury's probably like, you know what? If I can, I don't have no Mandos. I don't have to face Wilder again anytime soon. I don't have to face Joyce or Parker. Although although I'm pretty sure both guys will probably abandon their fight immediately if it got to the point where Fury was like, okay, I'll offer a shot to you guys. But yeah, it's just one thing. I mean, I know for boxing, is it a big fight? Hell yeah. Is it
the right fight? Is it the right fight? No.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Right? Oh, you think so?
Of course, why not? And for some superficial,
it should be Usyk. It should be Usyk Fury. I mean, really, it should be.
Yeah, no, it should be Usyk.
Isn't Usyk injured?
Usyk wants to recover from his injury.
Relax. I'm sure I can see why he wants to.
Then so Tyson Fury's supposed to just be chilling.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Who would you rather him fight besides Joshua that he could realistically fight?
Yeah, if it ain't Fury, I guess Joshua's the next best bet. You're right.
Because the problem with Fury is if he fights somebody that he can't really get up with, you get the auto violence situations again. So
Yeah,
It don't matter, like,
and what if Joshua wins? You're gonna see Joshua versus Usyk again. Like, you know what I mean?
See, that's the thing. Like, who? But it's a better fight now.
I mean, actually, I've always wanted to see Fury Ballin too, but you know, that's just me. You know,
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, that was
That's the only other fight besides Joshua that could realistically get made.
That makes sense.
That makes
Right.
sense.
No pun intended. You know, pun intended. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, because what else is out there that like you could put together and you're like, okay, I fucks
Yeah.
with this.
Not really. I mean, Joyce. I mean, you could say Joyce Parker winner, but like, you know,
Wait, no, yeah, I mean, he's gonna. I mean, well, it's WBO, so Usyk will have to deal with that, unless like I said, unless Joyce or Parker abandons the fight and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go after Fury, but it's gonna be one. But then obviously, since the fight is a lot sooner than Fury going in December, I don't think they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you get why Fury wants it because you know he's idle and he wants to
60-40.
Yeah.
Roy Jones done.
Yeah, and you know Joshua's gonna have to accept the terms. You know,
Those
because
are
of
good
that.
terms though. Like those reasonable terms. Like especially coming off of 2 losses and a title shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly, like I didn't expect him to be that good. He could have did 65-35.
right, exactly. And either way, I mean, what happened? Obviously, is, you know, this fight will probably take place in Saudi Arabia.
Making that Arab money.
Nah, no. This fight is going to be in Britain. It's going to be
It's
because
gotta be
even
UK.
like
It's gotta be UK.
the way Fury sounding, like this would be some pure sellout shit if this shit ends up anywhere but Britain.
Yeah, you know,
They can make enough money in Britain with this fight. All this
and truthfully, in this
goddamn.
case, at least for once, you know, the lead promoter would be top ranking Frank Warren or whatever. So yeah, I mean, unless you know Bob is like, cool, maybe we should explore this Arab solution, you know, and you know,
They're gonna bring back that Busta song, the Arab money, like
yeah.
that's what Hearn is on right now. Like,
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Hearn is no, and Oscar's, you know, being Oscar's, you know, every time he puts a fighter on his card, he's like, yeah, you know, if we do that shit, I'll get money too. So
yeah, I gotta agree with Android the way with all these Joe Joyce posts, because Joe Joyce, like, he the juggernaut. He just walked through everything and just put slow hands on you,
right,
slow heavy hands.
Joe Joyce fights like one of those giants in a 1920s movie.
Fucking Golem.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully Joe Joyce could do it again with Parker, and then, like I said, Joe Joyce.
Parker that be afraid to throw hands. Yeah, he's gonna just walk the hell down of Parker.
You talking about Joseph? I'm just happy to be here, Parker.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
He's just always happy to be there.
Yeah, just let me sell my drugs in peace. I'm just playing.
I'm surprised. Like Dylan White, the only person that got him to get out of his shell.
Was it Chisora or White?
Reason.
Was it Chisora or White? One of those guys.
The one where like I think he dropped dude twice and then he gets dropped. Like wasn't that White?
exactly.
I think it was Chisora, right? That wasn't White. Was it? Or was it Chisora?
No, that was White.
Was it White? The fuck? I thought it was Chisora.
Yeah, no. I mean, White and Chisora both dropped him, but White was the one that had Parker look like he was ready to go.
Yeah, and that was a better fight too. Like that was like one of the better heavyweight fights for that year.
Yeah, exactly. Because Parker was forced for whatever reason. Parker Parker originally split, but Parker just couldn't take that left hook, and he was forced to really fight. You know, and he almost pulled it out then, but he lost the decision. And that's probably White's best fight as a pro. You know, so you know, but that was a good fight. And then, but now Parker's gonna have to throw hands because you know if he doesn't, like I said, JoJo's just gonna walk right through him. So you know,
if he dies, he dies because
right.
You know,
yeah, I know Joe Joyce that, and I know obviously you know
bone density. Yeah, that shit is real though. Like, yeah, there's no doubt. Like,
yes, some people just have some people have a really thick skull like that. It's all genetics too. You either have genetics or you take HGH. Either one or the other.
because he definitely got he got some type of not necessarily a healing factor, but yeah, he got like some type of mutant power.
Yeah, right. Like some kind of mutant shit because he don't be getting hurt, even though he be taking shots.
I mean, I've seen him get kind of low key buzz, like
a little buzz, but you really gotta squint and pay attention, though.
Honestly, the last time he, like I said, in the amateurs he got hurt, but he was also a lot leaner back in those days.
Yeah.
With that, and also when he was doing the whole World Series of boxing shit too. You know.
But as a pro, like, yeah, you gotta squint your eyes to see him look discomfort.
Yeah, dude, you can land your best roundhouse right on him, and dude will just walk right through it. It's ridiculous.
And so it'll all be in slow motion too, because that motherfucker's slow, but he got a killer jab and good fundamentals.
Yeah, he gets to you like the IRS or some shit. It happens.
He can't persuade him.
I mean, I think the heavyweight division's in a decent place right now. Like, there's fights you could make if just you want to get creative with it.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. I mean,